You talk about when you're communicating as a leader, it's a quote, make or break within the organizational culture.
Right.
How does trust and respect depend on intentional language? And you talk about the risk. So when we look at this in the intersection of writing and communicating, where does it intersect and why is it so imperative? And maybe you could give us an example.
Sure. I'd love to start with an example and then kind of unpack what that means for us all, right? About how can intentional word use be that? Why would I call it make or break, right? Am I really saying that it's that important? And I am. And I recently worked with a young woman who, I won't say, of course, the business, but she was fairly new in her career and she was in her second career job. I think she was about 28. And I'll tell you, side note, people in their 20s come up to me after classes all the time and say, gosh, I wish I would have known these things about writing when I left college or grad school because we're not writing the same way, right? Anyhow, she told me that she had switched jobs recently. Her very first career job was for a company who actually has some notoriety for not being a good workplace in terms of respect for employees. And she told me that she used to read the monthly leadership emails and feel very dismissed and unimportant. And she used to tell her mom, we're talking about someone in their first career, right? Mom, I don't feel that great here. And I asked her, why was that? And she said, well, truly, it was these monthly leadership emails that seemed like only the top levels of people mattered. Fast forward a few months, I met her when she had a job in this startup about sort of railway transportation in a new innovative way. And I said, well, what's it like there? And she said, I literally called my mom the first day I received an all hands email and said, Mom, I'm in the right place. Because she was now hearing from a leader where the email was all about them. It made her feel motivated, included, important, and respected, right? So I can't wait to work today. I'm part of an amazing team. I'm so lucky to have this job, right? That's the opposite to the retention crisis we're seeing and the morale crisis, which she had experienced in her previous job. And so to me, we can spend all the money we want boosting morale with wonderful events and money and parties or whatever it might be. But if we go back to work the next week and the leadership's email is condescending, often by mistake, that money was all for naught, right? And so it's make or break at the end of the day, because if we can't walk the talk by being respectful in our writing, we will lose people without even knowing that they're starting to drift away.
Absolutely. And that's such an important point.